right to the side.
Morning everybody. Now then, I'll tell you what, I've just thought of something. Just hold on a minute. Remembered the curry recipe. But unfortunately, yesterday afternoon, when Pat was making the curry, I had to start searching for quotations for the insurance for the car. And that was horrendous. It took me all afternoon.
And here I was, not getting the curry on because I was waiting for him to come down, but he didn't. And in the end I thought, oh, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So I did. So we have had a taste, haven't we? We had a bit last night.
Yeah.
Now,
it needed it needed a bit of sugar in
a bit more sugar in.
Yeah.
I'd already put more in, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. This recipe I have got is for 2 people.
So you just double it?
I double it up because I like to do a big panful. So I put some oil in a bowl.
You use olive oil?
Well, I use olive oil.
But you don't have to.
It just said oil thing, but
yeah. You put that in what? In a bowl?
In a bowl, yeah. About
how much?
4 tablespoons.
4 tablespoonfuls of oil.
Yeah.
In a bowl?
In a bowl.
Right.
Just hold on a minute. I have one of these. So that's my tablespoon.
Right.
It's got little ones on. Now, when it says a teaspoon, I can't get the teaspoon in the jar, so I use the half a teaspoon and double up.
Right.
So it says 2 cloves of garlic.
You put...
Now that depends on how you like it. I usually put 4.
4 cloves. Do you put them in that crusher?
Well, this time I just chopped them with a knife.
Chopped them up?
Crushed them and chopped them.
Right.
But if you've got a garlic crusher, use your crusher.
Right. You use 4?
I use 4.
Because it's for 4?
Well, I put 8 in because there were...
Oh, you put 8 in?
Yeah.
Because there were 4 of us?
Because there were 4 of us.
Okay.
Because I like mine to taste of garlic.
Right.
Bit of garlic. And then it's a teaspoon of cumin. So if you're doubling up, put 2 in. And 2 teaspoonfuls of coriander. So double up if it's for more than 2, or you're doing 2 days worth. 1 teaspoonful of ginger, ground ginger. Half a teaspoonful of chilli powder, and 1 teaspoonful of turmeric. And I put a teaspoonful of sugar in.
It's not a lot.
But Trevor always likes a bit more, so I always...
It has a sharp...
Yeah, the curry...
Because it's vegetable.
Yeah.
It might be different if it were meat.
Yeah. Yeah, you can use this recipe with meat.
But Mick and Jane being vegan, this is a vegetable curry, so
yeah,
it tends to be sharper.
A bit sharper, because I suppose the meat juices help
Yeah, they do.
calm it down, don't they?
Yeah. So it might be all right with half a teaspoonful of sugar.
I would say
With mint.
taste it
Yeah.
and see what you think. And the same with salt and pepper. I just put dash in and a dash, don't I?
And so what do you do? That's just in a bowl of oil.
That's in a
just
bowl
mixed
of oil.
in.
Yeah.
So what are you doing to make the curry?
I'm gonna fry some onions, right? And in some more oil. You put oil in a pan, fry your onions for a bit, and then you add this paste to the onions and just swizzle it round for a bit and fry it.
Right.
And then I add, I suppose if you're adding meat, that's when you would add your meat. And I add a tin of tomatoes, and I've started using them cartons.
A tin of tomato? Oh, tin of tomatoes, sorry Pat.
I've started adding one of them cartons of tomato, because it's pureed, into that. And then I would add the vegetables. Now I've got carrots, sweet potato, potatoes, swede, chopped up swede, sort of into cubes and little, just cut your carrot as you cut it. And I mean, you can just add anything. You can add parsnips or green beans, whatever you want.
Are you adding that into a frying pan?
It's not in a frying pan. You put it in a pan.
So you're not doing the onions in the oil in a frying pan.
No.
You're doing it in a pan.
I put the onions and the oil in this pan. Here, this pan.
All right.
And swizzled it round, and then put the this recipe in the oil and the onions.
Yeah, and then you add everything to that.
Add the tomato, all the juice, and then add the.
And do you add any water to it?
Well, what I did add some water to it, because I've got a big pan full.
Yeah.
Yes, I did add a drop of
Can
water
they
to
see
it.
that? Can you see it?
Can you see it?
Well, it is in there.
In there?
Yeah.
Now, to that I've got, because it's vegetarian, I have got some chickpeas.
Yeah.
Which I'm going to add today. I didn't add them yesterday because I don't think Tracy's over keen, and I wasn't sure whether Tracy were going to have a bit last night. So I thought, well, I'll wait till tomorrow to add them.
Okay.
When we heat it up.
Right.
So that's the curry.
Yeah. And what are we having with it?
Well, I forgot to get onion barges yesterday.
You forgot.
So what I thought I'd do today is I'd do the bits of salady stuff. I'm going to chop some lettuce and cucumber in a bowl, and then I'm going to put some tomatoes on a dish and some onion rings, and then I'm gonna make the yoghurt, which is coriander and mint.
Yoghurt, coriander and mint.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's quantities of coriander and mint do you put into yoghurt?
Well, it says a large pot of yoghurt, but I would think if there's only 2 of you, you won't need a large pot.
No.
Because even we don't eat it all when there's a large pot and there's 4 or 5 of us doing. And it's 2 tablespoons of ready-made mint sauce, and 1 tablespoon of fresh coriander, which we bought yesterday, 2 teaspoons of caster sugar, and a pinch of ground turmeric.
Right. So,
And we put all these ingredients in a food blender and whiz it up until well combined. Now, if you haven't got a food thingy, just chop your coriander with a knife and put it in, and your other ingredients, and it don't have to be just mix it. Don't have to go in a blender.
is that what they call a raita?
Yeah, it's a Rita.
Rita. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're having that before the curry with the onion and tomatoes.
Yeah. And I thought I'd do some strips of instead of onion bhaji. I thought I'd do some strips of tofu
Instead of onion
bhaji.
And what do you do? Do you toast that?
Well, I'm just going to toast it in frying pan.
Fry it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Toast it in frying pan.
Tofu.
So you can have that with salad and some yoghurt.
Right. Right.
Because it's vegan.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All right. And we've got some vegan ice cream for afters.
yeah, and some strawberries.
And some strawberries. So that's going to be our meal today. And of course a bottle of vegan wine.
Yeah,
That's
that's right. So that's the recipe. So if anybody's going to have a go, let me know what you think.
Yeah. Yeah, do.
And it was just somebody that asked. And I did say I'd do it. I'd show them.
I would have filmed it, but I had to have this insurance done
Yeah.
for tomorrow when we pick the car up. And everywhere we're coming back with,
Horrendous
I was getting
quotes.
quoted £1,200 and £1,500. It was ridiculous. I finished up with Churchill, believe it or not. Never thought I'd ever see me being insured with Churchill.
I mean, it's ridiculous for a little car.
That's cost me
Really?
£658, but it does include breakdown cover, and I've insured me no claims. I did insure my no claims bonus on my last insurance policy. I rang them up, the insurance company, which was Motorhome Protect, and I asked them if it was possible to transfer my insurance onto another vehicle. They said it wasn't, because they only insure motorhomes. They don't insure cars. And there's no left. There's no credit left, because there's. I mean, I should have challenged them on that. Although it wouldn't have done me any good, I don't think. But they say, well, you've had substantially more than what you've paid back. So we don't owe you anything. You've used up your premium. But I haven't used up my premium, have I? I've claimed on their insurance,
Yeah.
not on mine.
Yeah.
So I don't see how he gets that. Oh. But as usual, I'm too slow. So I've had to go with somebody completely different. Do you know, I haven't spoken to anybody.
No. It's ridiculous.
Well, no phone numbers.
No.
You just put your registration number in to find the car, and you just go through all the questions that they ask you. Tick this, click that, click this, go through, put all this information in, and up comes, well, you have to register as well. You have to register your email address. You even wanted my details of my driving licence. I didn't give them it. They had some of it already.
It's amazing what they want, isn't it? I mean, you could be talking to anybody. Giving out information.
Well, no. There is security things.
Is there?
And I have had an email from Churchill Insurance confirming my policy, and they're sending it to me by post.
Right.
I could log in to my account and see the policy online, but I always prefer to have it a physical policy, mate.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right, well, it's been a job.
I find it really stressful.
Yeah. Tracy were out last night. She went out. She met up with Trudy and they went for a meal, I think.
Oh, did they?
So she wasn't here to help. But when she came in, you mentioned it to her, and she did have a bit of a look. But she kept asking me questions, and I said, I have no idea, Tracy.
She won't have been able to do it.
I don't know.
I wanted too many details about valuations
She said, I'll do that with my dad tonight when I come home. That is if he hadn't done it at 5 o'clock in the morning. Which she thinks he will have done.
Well, yeah, because everywhere I went, I was just getting even worse quotes. They weren't going down, they were going up.
Aye.
So, hey dear folks.
Yeah.
I was wondering here whether I'd done the right thing getting in this car.
You're going to get punished whatever we do, aren't we? Even if we'd have rented a car, we'd have still been punished.
Yeah, we would, yeah. Yeah.
With higher things.
Yeah. Yeah, because that affects your age and whether you've been involved. The insurance companies, I was reading the Ombudsman's report about it, about no claims, and the insurance companies regard you as a higher risk, even though the accident wasn't your fault.
Yeah.
They believe that you are more at risk of having another accident because that happened.
Right.
Because we were there at that particular point on the road on that day, that means we're an higher risk to them in future.
Right.
60 years I've been driving and never made a claim. Never made a claim.
Yeah.
And now I'm regarded as a high risk. Because some bloke fell asleep or went on his phone or something.
Whatever he did.
Or whatever he did.
Yeah.
And don't say he could have had an heart attack, because he didn't. He were out that car like a shot.
He were walking about outside when we were still sat in camper.
When I was still in a daze, he were wandering about, wanting to know, panicking.
If we were all right.
Thinking he might have killed us.
No. Oh dear.
Ah.
That's enough about that. Don't you think? Right.
Well, yeah, but
We can't do it now, can we?
it was still being affected by it.
Yes, you are. He is. He is, aren't you? Maybe that's what they mean about cars.
Don't tell them anymore, because they'll all be saying I've got brain damage and I need to go to the doctors. No, well, you need to go to...
You're going to doctors on 11th of August.
He ain't that kind of doctor. I'll sit there and he'll be ringing this, ringing that, ticking this and ticking that. He'll have me in and out of there quicker than you can say Jack Robinson. And there'll be another one following me. Oh. Yeah. Interesting videos these, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh. Somebody who I got my book liked one of the drawings in it, and I put a video up of it in the original full size in our bedroom. I'll put that on at end so you can see original. The size, I think it's 4 foot square.
It's quite big, isn't it?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Is that?
That's it, I think, for today.
Not else to tell them?
No.
No.
Okay, folks.
We have asked the police if we can release the actual video of the
Smash.
car coming at us, but they've said no, not yet.
Not yet. They haven't interviewed him yet. Apparently.
So whether they've interviewed him before and they need to interview him again, I don't know.
No.
It says no.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, so we still can't use that video.
No.
Not that I haven't got it, our Tracy's got it.
She wrote that, Trevor, in case he makes a mistake.
Nobody trusts me anymore, folks.
Kidding.
I'm regarded as semi-senile, I think.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, we got some new pillows yesterday. Because the other week I washed one of the pillows from our bed. I thought, that's got a few marks on it, I'll wash it. And she saw what I'd done and she says, why are you washing that pillow, Mother? And I said, because it needed it. And I'm going to do the others one at a time. She says, oh my God. Anyway, she was looking through her phone. She says, there's some pillows here that hotels use. And they're not that expensive. I'm going to order 4. And I said, well, if you're going to do that, will you order the pillow protectors like the hotel inspector likes? Because we watched that. No towels on the bottom of the bed. So she did, and they arrived yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah.
And I didn't open them. I thought I'll leave them. And they were all, I knew what they were. They were all packed up. But when she come in, she opened them. And they were all like vacuum packed.
Wow, it was incredible.
To squash them down. But no, she opened it. And out they all popped, you know, full size.
Oh, she brought...
And she took them up to Trev.
I'm watching a film, I was. It was a right good film and all. And she opens them up.
And you saw them out them pop.
Yeah.
Which she then left them in the bedroom. So when I goes up to bed, he's laid on the new pillows with the pillow protectors on. Because Tracy had put them on. I thought, he ain't got any pillowcases.
Oh, I thought...
He says, when are you going to put yours on? I said, when I put pillowcases on. He thought the protectors were pillowcases, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't you? So it has to have pillow protectors and then your pillowcase.
Yeah. Well, the pillow protectors protect the pillow from any marks.
Right.
And then you just take the pillow protector off, wash that, which is easier than washing
a pillow. Right.
So that was quite funny when I went up and saw him sat there relaxing on these pillows.
Do know these things, blokes. I mean, I'm talking to the fellas. Do you know about all this? How are we expected to know about all that?
So that's my job. After Mick and Jane have gone today, I'll go put some pillowcases on these new pillows.
So I didn't get to test them out last night.
No.
They were all piled up on chair.
And now bed looks like a
Oh,
cocoon of pillows.
Yeah. Looks like somewhat of it.
Because I put them all on there so he can use his chair if he wants. Oh dear, I want bed.
And I won't tell you about the escalator escapade
Oh dear.
at the supermarket yesterday.
Oh, how stupid can you get?
We were going down the escalator with a trolley. And I started unpacking the bags and putting them in the trolley, and Pat starts fiddling around. I don't know what she was doing, but we were getting well down escalator, and I said, I'm going to go for a pee when we get down there. And I suddenly realised that Pat had bent over this trolley with her ear in trolley. Don't know what she was doing. But I said, Pat, we're getting near end. And with that,
we were there.
We were there. And she was, her feet were on, I had to grab her. She'd have gone head first, honestly. And my hand it back at trolley, got a bruise on it.
And it did in.
Her knees hit the trolley, and she said my back hurts this morning.
I think I pulled it a bit.
Pulled it.
I didn't realise we were so near end. And he didn't say, Pat, we're getting near end until we were there. And he had hold of me, hold it trolley.
I know.
And so I didn't fall, but I sort of just stumbled a bit at end, didn't I?
I
must have pulled
you'd have gone
bottom
head
of me
first.
back.
You were ready to fly off the end of there.
I didn't know. I think I'd forgotten we were on the escalator, to tell you the truth.
So it's not just me.
Not just him, it's me as well. We're both getting a bit dull, aren't we? Aren't we?
Yeah.
Since this accident.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so there you are.
There you are,
You can
folks.
have a laugh at that, because
yeah.
it was funny.
Yeah, well. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. That's the Newlywed drawing that you like. You said that was one of your favourites, Newlywoods. That's the original on a canvas on the wall in our bedroom.